Welcome to Drawing Hub. This is Sanjana. I'm here to share with you 5 points of Keam 2025 controversy. Point number 1. As per the prospectus of Keam 2025, it is given that the board exam marks will be taken in the ratio 1:1:1 for maths, physics, and chemistry. But they suddenly changed it without any prior notice in the ratio 5:3:2. Is that because the state students got good marks for maths and comparatively low marks for chemistry? Then, the Keam questions weightage is already given in such a manner that they have 75 questions, a total of 150 questions are there. 75 questions for maths, 45 questions for physics, and 30 questions for chemistry. It is already said in that manner. Then why do they have to take the board exams marks also in that particular ratio of 5:3:2? Now, in the prospectus, it is given that according to the difficulty of different board, a standard formula has to be applied, a standardization method. But now, they haven't taken that standardization method. They have taken whatever the marks the particular board student got, they'll be taking that just like that. There is no standardization formula used, which was mentioned in the prospectus. Also, they put forward a new method which they claim to adopt from the Tamil Nadu State Board, that they will be comparing the marks with the topper, and based on that, they will put the results for the other students. A topper will always be an extraordinary student. So, is it fair to compare an extraordinary student with an average student? Okay. Now, point number 2. The Keam examination dates, which was ranging from April 23 to April 29, 2025, there were six different shifts, and they have changed the prospectus in June 30, 2025. Here also there was no official declaration made. It was just in the Asianet News report that the common public came to know about the change in prospectus. No other formal declaration was made. And this is after ministry's approval. Now, result was announced on July 1, 2025. The exam happened 2 months ago in April, and the CEE can see the ranks of each student. Everything is computerized. After all both marks were collected and after they were tabulated, the CEE analyzed the proportion of state syllabus marks to the other boards. And then later, after all these analyzation, they have submitted for the approval to the ministry. Here they must have noticed a huge difference between the state and the other board. And they have realized more seats will go to the other board students. And since this is a prestige issue for the government have appointed an expert committee to handle this task. Now, this committee came up with 5 suggestions, and the government then approved the most appropriate technique to improve the state board students. Now, this is what the general public have understood unless and until the government give us a proper explanation about what is happening. I strongly believe that the results were delayed for planning and executing a perfect manipulation. Point number 3. As per the prospectus, different board exam marks will be standardized based on their difficulty level. Now, that was not done. Fine. Now, then why different shift exam marks were changed based on the difficulty level? Also, this is not a standard method. All shifts have the same difficulty level, only that during certain particular days or certain shifts, the number of students who work hard appear and the exam will automatically seem easy when they analyze it. Now, so, if the students who have appeared in the so-called hard exams, the easy exams, if they have appeared for the hard exams, then they might have scored good marks. They might have, and then will the government say that the hard exam have turned into easier one again? And the students are not the one who selects the shifts that they want to be in, are they? You can check this particular student with the admit number 1151213. I repeat, 1151213. More than 40 marks were gulped just because the student appeared on the so-called shift, which was easy. You don't consider the difficulty level for different boards, but you can do it for different shifts. I got that. But on what basis is that done? Can you please explain it? Point number 4. Keam is not the only examination that the students appear. There are many other entrance examinations and they have got plenty of chances from other universities. Just because the results of Keam was delayed, the students have lost many opportunities. Now, most of the students prefer to study from their home state and they have been waiting for the results with high expectations. This is also because if they take admission in other universities and make payment and later if they plan to go for admission based on the Keam results, they're likely not to get the payment back. The refund is not possible in most cases. Now, what was the purpose of waiting until the election? This is the government. What was the purpose of waiting until the election was over when all the results are computerized? Everything is computerized. Is it to ruin the future of the students? Now, the government have not only shattered the expectations of the young aspirants, but also created an uncertainty about their future. Also, by now, you might have a clear picture of why the students from Kerala prefer to move to other places for higher education. Here, things are going on a political basis and we can see not for the people. Point number 5. The government teachers, they are highly qualified, they have passed the PhD examinations, the interviews, they have gone through all those things and then they are here to teach the state syllabus. Whereas the CBSE teachers, they are mostly less qualified with less salary, they have not gone through any of the PhD examinations and yet their students, the CBSE teachers' students are excelling in the competitive exam. Why? State syllabus is not providing quality education. That is the reason. If the state syllabus did provide quality education, if it was done, then students of other boards will definitely utilize it. See, rather than spending huge amount of money for their children's education, the parents will prefer the state board only if they provide that quality education. In the current scenario, parents are concerned about the future of their children. So even by means of taking a loan, they will send their ward for better education. It is only through proper training can the students excel in a competitive examination and not through some crooked games of the government. Why are the coaching centers flourishing? This is definitely the failure of the education system. We can clearly see that. Thank you.